Hi, this is Samantha Hellickson speaking, and today I am going to give a speech on Halloween. Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble. A quote from one of William Shakespeare's famous plays, Macbeth. Although it is from a well-known play, what else do you think of when you hear this quote? Most would say Halloween, the holiday that comes around once every year on October 31st. The holiday in America that allows children to dress up as many different spooky and or mythical creatures and walk door to door and collect candy. In other countries, it is also the day they celebrate for the dead and believe that it is the one day a year that the dead can in fact roam on Earth's surface. Although, does anyone know where Halloween originally came from, or from where it all started? Halloween today, as we know, is one that is fun and scary for people of all ages. Many go out with decorating their houses with scary things from as little as pumpkins to bigger things like skeletons, witches, vampires, and many more. The children then go out dressed as witches, werewolves, their favorite TV show characters, or many other brilliant things that come to their mind and go trick-or-treating. Trick-or-treating is when the children go out from door to door and get candy from as many people as they possibly can throughout the night. There are even haunted house attractions throughout the entire country that go on all of the month of October that gives people an interactive and or live haunt. All these are a way that America celebrates Halloween. In Mexico, Halloween is on the 31st, but it is part of a 3-day tradition that goes out until November 2nd, which is known as the Day of the Dead, where they take their time to celebrate the dead and visit the grave sites of many of their loved ones. Also within that, they believe that within those days, the dead is allowed that time to roam the earth once again to visit and share advice with their loved ones. Halloween today is celebrated in many ways, but do we still know how it all began and from where? Halloween originally was created over 2,000 years ago as a day to remember the dead. Halloween is also known as Hallows' Eve. It is before November 1st, known as All Saints' Day. October 31st is also represented as the last day of the Celtic calendar. They would celebrate this with huge bonfires. They would do this to celebrate the end of summer, or now what is the beginning of November. Not only did they have the bonfires, they believed that the dead would roam the earth within that day every year. And with every spirit that they believed that there were some that weren't as great as others. In this belief, they would set out gifts and or treats for the evil spirits to ensure that the crops for the next year would be plentiful. This has now evolved to what is known as trick-or-treating. In Mexico, much of Halloween tradition has stayed the same from when it was first created. In other countries, their traditions and beliefs of Halloween has either stayed the same or changed a little within the years. Halloween is a fun holiday for everyone of all ages. Although it is celebrated in different ways in every country that celebrates it, in America today we dress up in costumes ranging from something as simple as a sheet ghost to things more complex and scary as a zombie or anything that can be made possible with imagination and some costume makeup. Children go out in their costumes and go trick-or-treating, which originally was just gifts and treats set out for the evil spirits to ensure a plentiful crop the year to follow. In Mexico, much of the tradition has remained the same, from creations of sugar skulls and visiting the graves of loved ones, followed by a parade for the Day of the Dead. All countries share the belief that in this day the dead does roam the earth for that year. Much of Halloween has changed over time, and many don't know much of the origins and stories behind it. But now I think we have a good idea. So when you think of the famous quote from Shakespeare's play Macbeth, you'll think of Halloween and remember its origins. Also, don't forget to have a happy and safe Halloween this year.